In November 2022, a stunning new stadium opened in St. Louis. And when I say stunning, it's not just another cliche. This venue has already made its mark as one of the top 10 most beautiful stadiums in the world. And unlike typical venues in the US, it's exclusively for soccer. For decades, St. Louis has cultivated a reputation for exquisite blues music, a commendable baseball scene, and soccer. But unlike the first two, soccer didn't have a home of its own. Energizer Park, previously known as CityPark, is designed to create the most intimate atmosphere possible, bringing fans closer to the action than ever before and turn every head. It's time to take a look inside what promises to be a kickoff to connections. For over a century, St. Louis has been one of America's quiet soccer strongholds. It was one of the first U.S. cities to have a professional soccer team, and even played a key role in the country's historic 1950 World Cup victory over England. 5 out of 11 players were from St. Louis. But despite this deep-rooted passion for the sport, there was one major problem. The city lacked a true soccer-specific stadium. Before CityPark, St. Louis's professional soccer teams played in multi-purpose venues, sharing space with football or baseball teams. This meant awkward sightlines, oversized fields, and an atmosphere that never quite felt right. The push for a soccer-specific stadium in St. Louis had been brewing for years, but it wasn't until 2019 that the dream became a reality. That year, Major League Soccer officially awarded St. Louis an expansion franchise, making it the first mostly female-led ownership group in MLS history, with Carolyn Kindle and the Taylor family leading the charge. Their vision was clear: to create a stadium that wasn't just a venue, but a soccer-first experience.
A lot of us are going to really look around and say, wait, this is really happening. This is real life. We're not dreaming anymore. Thankful for the Taylor family. They're going to make a lot of dreams come true.
Designed to integrate into the city and reflect St. Louis's deep soccer heritage. Unlike previous proposals, which had suggested retrofitting the 40,000-seat Dome in America Center or repurposing Busch Stadium, this plan called for a purpose-built soccer stadium in the heart of the city. The Midtown location was carefully chosen for its accessibility, ensuring fans could reach the stadium easily while also spurring economic growth in an area that had long needed investment. CityPark was designed by Hawk in collaboration with Snow Krylage Architects, with a vision that aligned with St. Louis City SC's strategic focus on connection, mobility, sport, training, and experience. The 22,500-seat stadium, from January 1, 2025, called Energizer Park due to a new naming rights deal, serves as the centerpiece for the largest urban professional sports campus in the United States, has become a new model for Major League Soccer stadium development. The stadium's inclusive and transparent design was crafted to seamlessly integrate with the city, making soccer an experience shared by all of St. Louis. A flat portico, elegant canopy, and slender columns enhance the stadium's visual connection to the surrounding streets, while the intimate seating bowl and open concourses maximize engagement, acoustics, and fan experience. This thoughtful approach to architecture not only strengthens the connection between the club and its supporters, but also establishes CityPark as one of the most forward-thinking venues in Major League Soccer. But while the vision was clear, transforming it into reality required innovation at every step. What set CityPark's construction apart from any other stadium in Major League Soccer? And how did its design seamlessly blend into the heart of downtown St. Louis? The answer lies in the way it was built. The groundbreaking for CityPark took place in February 2020. Even before the first brick was laid, it presented an engineering challenge that set it apart from most stadium projects in the United States. Its location in Midtown St. Louis wasn't just a design choice, it was an engineering puzzle. Unlike traditional stadiums that rise above the city skyline, CityPark was designed to fit 40 feet below street level. This meant that before construction could even begin, engineers had to excavate an enormous volume of earth. The entire site encompasses 31 acres and includes not only the stadium, but also a training center, practice pitches, and additional facilities. But why build a stadium underground? The answer is twofold: acoustics and integration. By lowering the playing surface, the stadium could blend seamlessly into the surrounding neighborhood while simultaneously enhancing the fan experience. The sunken bolt design helps trap sound inside the stadium, intensifying the crowd noise and giving St. Louis City SC a true home field advantage. However, digging this deep introduced a major problem: water management. St. Louis sits on land prone to seasonal flooding, so engineers had to install an advanced drainage system to prevent rainwater from pooling inside the stadium. This involved an intricate network of underground pipes, pumping stations, and permeable materials that efficiently redirect water away from the pitch. Once excavation was complete, the next step was constructing CityPark's steel and concrete framework. The stadium incorporated over 5,326 tons of structural steel, about half the weight of the Eiffel Tower. Precision engineering ensured that each steel component fit seamlessly into place, with cranes lifting massive sections into position. One of the most striking features of CityPark is its flat roof canopy, which extends 120 feet over the seating areas with a 25-foot backspan, providing substantial coverage while maintaining an open, airy feel. Designed with a sleek, reflective material similar to the Gateway Arch, the canopy not only shelters fans from the elements, but also amplifies crowd noise, enhancing the stadium's electric atmosphere. Sustainability played a key role in CityPark's construction and design. From the start, the stadium aimed to operate as a zero-waste facility, ensuring that waste is minimized, recycled, or composted. The structure incorporates 100% recycled steel, significantly reducing its carbon footprint. Energy efficiency was also a priority, with the installation of LED lighting throughout the stadium, which consumes far less energy than traditional systems. Water conservation measures, including low-flow fixtures, further contribute to the stadium's eco-friendly approach. Beyond sustainability, technology is a key feature of CityPark, enhancing the fan experience at every level. The stadium is equipped with Cisco's state-of-the-art Wi-Fi 6 network, providing fast, reliable connectivity that allows fans to stream, share, and engage with the game seamlessly. High-definition LED video displays are strategically placed throughout the venue, including 2 large scoreboards in the north and south end zones, ensuring clear visibility from all angles. Additionally, CityPark features 2 20-foot LED video walls in the Ultra Club and a 22-foot video wall in the Moneta Pitch Club, both roughly the height of a 2-story building, offering premium guests an immersive viewing experience with high-resolution content. But the real star of the show is the pitch itself. Unlike artificial turf seen in some stadiums, a high-performance hybrid grass system combining natural Northridge Bermuda grass with synthetic fibers to enhance durability and resilience. This type of pitch, commonly used in elite stadiums like Wembley Stadium and Alliance Arena, provides a stable and consistent playing surface while withstanding heavy use. But the real test of CityPark wasn't in its construction, it was in its impact. Would this stadium truly redefine soccer in St. Louis? And how would it compare to the greatest soccer venues in the world? The final chapter holds the answer. When CityPark officially opened in November 2022, it wasn't just another stadium debut. It was the culmination of a vision that had been years in the making. For a city with such a deep-rooted soccer culture, the arrival of a purpose-built, fan-first stadium was long overdue. But beyond the excitement of the first kickoff,
it's the heartbeat of the fans. Like, we are the wall, basically. We stand, we shout, we sing, we dance, we hype the team up.
One question remained: would this stadium live up to expectations? The early signs were overwhelmingly positive. Fans and critics praised CityPark's unmatched atmosphere, with its intimate seating bowl and sound-reflecting roof. The stadium's design not only kept the noise levels high, but also brought fans closer to the action, creating an immersive matchday experience unlike any other in Major League Soccer. Beyond the sport itself, CityPark was designed as an economic catalyst for St. Louis's Midtown district, an area that had struggled with underdevelopment for years. Unlike many stadiums built in isolated suburban locations, CityPark was intentionally placed downtown, seamlessly integrating into the city's urban fabric. Within months of its opening, local businesses, restaurants, and hotels reported surges in foot traffic, particularly on match days. From a financial standpoint, CityPark stands out as one of the few privately funded stadiums in Major League Soccer. The $457.8 million project was financed entirely by the ownership group, led by Carolyn Kindle and the Taylor family, alongside local investors. That allowed it to be developed more efficiently, without the bureaucratic delays and political debates that often accompany taxpayer-funded sports venues. However, the project did benefit from over $60 million in tax incentives, including amusement and real estate tax breaks, helping to support its construction. Despite its success, the stadium's long-term future will depend on St. Louis City SC's ability to maintain momentum. The team's strong inaugural season helped sell out games, but as the novelty factor fades, the challenge will be sustaining consistent attendance and engagement. Fortunately, CityPark was designed with expansion in mind. The stadium's modular structure allows for additional seating if demand grows, ensuring it remains competitive with newer MLS venues in the coming years. While CityPark's story is still unfolding, one thing is certain: it has already left its mark on Major League Soccer. From its strategic downtown location to its intimate atmosphere and forward-thinking design, the stadium has redefined what a modern MLS venue can be. St. Louis spent decades waiting for a true soccer home. With CityPark setting a new standard, the future of soccer in St. Louis is just getting started. Ready to be amazed by the next groundbreaking construction project? Click on the video now and dive into a world where engineering and imagination collide. See you there!